Welcome to Across the Gulf Coast, highlighting organizations, events, and people from around our local community.
Hello and welcome to another great episode of Across the Gulf Coast. We've got a great show in store for you this month. We've got a lot going on and getting ready for the busy spring that we have coming up here along the Emerald Coast. First of all, we're going to start off in Pensacola. We're going to start with the Gulf Coast Kids House. They've got a lot coming up during the months of March and April. Joining me now to talk about that is Megan Chapman with the Gulf Coast Kids House. Megan, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Gulf Coast Kids House. Obviously, you guys are involved with kids in some way, but for people out there that might not be familiar with your mission, tell us a little bit about Gulf Coast Kids House and what you guys do here in the community.
Sure. Well, we are the only child advocacy center here in Escambia County, and what we do is we bring together all of the resources and professionals that deal with child abuse cases. So we start with intervention and see them all the way through treatment and prosecution. So unfortunately, it's an issue that affects about 1 in 11 children here in Escambia County. So we see about 3,000 to 4,000 children each year and make sure that they're given the resources that they need throughout the process. And we really help support the entire family and make sure that we can help them throughout the process.
Why is it important to have everybody under one roof, so to speak, during these investigations and during this process?
Absolutely. Prior to Gulf Coast Kids House opening in 2004, children would maybe disclose an episode that had happened, and they'd have to be bounced around from person to person, talking about some really tough issues and things that happened to them with a number of strangers throughout the county. And what that did was continue to traumatize the child who's already gone through some major events in their life. And it also unfortunately led to some really terrible prosecution rates because the stories were getting changed over the course of time. It was taking a very long time to actually get the process started and keeping those cases together. So now it really expedites the process. We record an interview with the child so that we can use that throughout the rest of the process. Helps to minimize the trauma and helps to really streamline the whole process for them.
So if somebody out there wants to get involved, volunteer, sponsor something, anything like that, how can they go about doing that?
Absolutely. We have a website. It's gulfcoastkidshouse.org. Check us out there. We have applications to volunteer, applications to become a sponsor or participant at a number of events and fundraisers, things like that. You can also donate at our website as well, but also just learn more about our mission. Our prevention education is there as well. So there's lots of ways to get involved and help out.
And you mentioned the events and fundraisers, which of course you guys have a big one coming up in March. Tell me a little bit about what's in store.
Well, we have Chocolate Fest. That's actually in March this year. It's historically been in April. We moved it up a little bit to accommodate Easter and some of the other happenings around the Emerald Coast here. But March 30th, we take over Cordova Mall. It's the 16th annual event sponsored by Sandy Sansing Dealerships. And we have a number of vendors, and we call them chocolatiers, that will set up throughout the corridors of the mall. And attendees will purchase a ticket. You get a to-go box, and then you get to experience a sample and something tasty, hopefully with lots of good chocolate in it, and really support a great cause.
So the chocolate, is it from local restaurants? Is it something you guys bring in? Where did the food come from?
It's restaurants. We have everything from private caterers who come in. We have home chefs. We've had organizations, civic groups, Rotaries, things like that. We've even had National Honor Societies participate. So it's a number of different ways. We challenge anybody who wants to become a chocolatier that we can make it work for just about anybody.
For tickets, how do people go about doing that, and what's the cost for tickets?
Sure. We have 500 VIP tickets available. That gets you in early access from 12 to 1. And then we have additional general admission tickets as well. So if you want to purchase tickets, they're on sale now. We actually sell them through Eventbrite. They're available through our Facebook event and also on our website.
Sponsorships, obviously you guys are, I'm sure, looking for, you said Sandy Sansing Dealerships is on board, which is fantastic. They do great things in the community. Anybody else that wants to get involved, though?
Absolutely. We're always looking for sponsorships. We've got a number of different levels available, affordable ones for any budget, and they all come with tickets, which is the great thing, and everybody wants to be there. So we definitely would love, to get some more people on board. It's a great event. It gets a lot of exposure for your business, and if you want to be involved, just reach out to us, and we'd love to get you on board.
Okay. Switching over into April, and I know people around Pensacola over the years have probably seen the Blue Bows.
Hopefully.
Hopefully at various locations throughout the city and the county. Tell us the story behind those bows. What is that representing?
Sure. April is National Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month, and so here locally we do a campaign called From Blue to Better, and we represent that with blue bows, and we give out posters and things like that to local businesses and organizations who want to show their support for child abuse prevention. The national symbol of the child abuse prevention is actually a pinwheel, and unfortunately, because we live in Florida, we actually used to put them and have pinwheel gardens and everything like that, and they would get decapitated by the landscaping equipment and things like that. So the bows seem to be a little bit better and not quite as challenging, and so we have the bows available. They're complimentary. We just hope that you would explain to people what the blue bow is, and we put them on display, on your front door or your railing or anything that's visible, so that you can show your support in the month of April.
Can you give us again your phone number, website, where people can get tickets to the Chocolate Festival and also the bows? Absolutely.
Our website is gulfcoastkidhouse.org. We have a Facebook. Our phone number is 850-595-5800. Stop by. We're right there on 12th Avenue, 3401 North 12th Avenue. Shoot us a Facebook message. Get in touch with us anyway. We're happy to deliver a bow or get you forms for Chocolate Fest, or however you want to get involved. We can find a spot for you.
Yeah, y'all are a great organization, and good luck to you and your events and everything going on.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Stay with us. We'll be right back.